Good morning, 0 100 hours, 2 minutes, Friday, November 2nd, 2018. It's titled Money Matters. Singles, Black Mothers Take Advantage. It's not a bashing video of black women. I don't do that. It's like those get the most views. But I do have to say, had another weird experience again. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Social media and media outlets have basically did a work on our black women. I'm no more surprised or no more lingering after a while. Even like no, I don't discuss certain things even with my mother. And it's not about just it's about black people in general. I don't get us. We're race. I don't hang around other races of people. I don't care to. So that's pretty much who I am. That's my life. Somebody told me I need to expand my I'm like, well, I've been around every culture. I have to if you want to become around every culture, it's a great experience, but it won't prove or take away or expand or despand my mind on how I think because I also think about more so how I was treated growing up and situations I've been in. I don't think about what if I was this and what I was that. I just thought about those situations that made me think like, because it's what the people said and done and their actions, and then watching them interact with other people. What made me really think. So, but this one, like money matters. I do a lot of I don't do like research, but I do run across a lot of things, and I have gathered quite a lot of information. And this one was like another spiritually. All my things is done in the morning, so they coming out of my dreams or things that come to my brain. Because when you wake up in your morning, I would wake up in your morning. Yes, that is correct. Your morning, your brain is kind of empty. I don't have nothing on my mind. I don't have nothing planned out what I'm going to say or do towards my lives, but my day, like before I went to sleep or whatever I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, or I write it down ahead of time. Oh, that's easier for me because if I don't, pretty much probably not going to accomplish it because my motivation is self led. I don't have a motivation. Like I love people, but people really don't motivate me to do what I want to do and why I do it. Like, and that's funny. I get in all these conversations and I do a lot of things and I say a lot of things and I give out information. And not like it's funny. Never heard this from no person, no culture or no other race or same race of people. Like, why do you do what you do? I don't, and because I don't, and it's funny. Oh, you would think they would ask me because I don't have to do it. Like they minding their business. Like you're looking at like you minding your business. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. So you just went to the library just to study that. Like, yes, why wouldn't you? So you went to the library just to do that. Yes, like I thought that's what people that did that wanted to seek knowledge. But then I came to a conclusion to myself. People don't how to say it. We seek knowledge, but it's only like pertaining to I want to say what are we just doing? I don't want to say people don't seek out knowledge or it has to be pertaining. Like I don't want to sound like I'm saying people don't just go study. Well, you got people that seek knowledge and just stay in their realm, but it's good. But I like about that is they seek all of the knowledge. Like if I told you I'm going to build a house, I need to go. Like if I never done electrical work at a rate. I want to do my own electrical work. I need to go get all the books, like doing electrical for dummies, electric for first timers. What do I need to know? Need to know. Dummy 101 electrical. I'm gonna read all those books because I know I'm not gonna do electric work today. I know that if I'm building a house, I got a structure, and I already know how to do that. So I want to read all the books. I'm gonna meanwhile I am building the house, and then I'm gonna work. I'm gonna hire or work with someone that done electrical work. See, I'm putting all my knowledge. Like another word that's a knowledge is edge. I'm trying to edge. You can say, well, if you at the end of a road or there's or a place, a journey, you're at the edge. Because I mean, at the end of the journey, there's nowhere to go. It's just a straight drop. That means there's a drop off. But then you think that from at the edge, that means I fulfill all the way to the end. I can add more. So that part end of knowledge, ledge or edge, you bring in more. You're doing more. You're gaining more. You got to build more. So I think of now, I need to know, and then there's an edge. I'm trying to get the edge over to what I didn't know because I don't want to say, no, I can say competition because iron sharpen iron. And this is what I want to do for my African descent black women, indigo women is quote unquote black, is help them understand the fight is not with the men. Because I let my men know the fight is not with the women. The fight is not even you because you are your own enemy. If you look in that's you and me, self. I have no problem with one person in this whole earth if I don't do this on my own. Because that's showing, now that is weakness. We'll talk about alpha and beta, but within the women, now if we go to the ecosystem and kingdom, women in a lot of the play in our the ecosystem are very powerful. That's why I don't like the world. I don't like the earth because the world did a number and a work on us as a whole and the people in general, even on women, and they did it on women the most because if you want to destroy a civilization, destroy the woman mind. Point blank. Like instance, I try to I grew up I grew up talking to women, young women. I remember 10 years ago I could walk to a young woman that I catch the bus. I can see on the bus she looks sad every day. Then the opportunity to present itself, and I know I'm so many years older than her. I'm close to her age at the time. 10 years ago, I'm more closer to the age when they're in high school or just getting into college and say hi, how you doing? And she would respond. And I was like, and it's not even like I'm trying to put game on her. I just say you're very beautiful, but I notice you always look sad. And I didn't judge her on her look, like she looked mean. I said you look sad. And I was like, and what I would do, I would say, and I can tell because you can watch her and see what kind of clothes she wear. I can see how she look one day and another day. I can tell when there's a good or see when you start observing people. And I started losing that because what I started doing is garnishing and being groomed from other people. I was put in a trance, and I was like, I should remember things. I should be able to do this now. I should be more bold. I was bold without the. I had to build myself up to it. Just do it because I wasn't there to get with her. And even if I was trying to get with the lady that I wanted, I found or admired, or I found intriguing or interesting, I was a little braver back then. I was more courageous then. And see, that's what happened. See, those are things we don't talk about anymore. Why are we're not as brave anymore? Hmm. Why are we not as courageous? Like, why aren't we talking about that anymore? But we like to beat dead horses and kill. You keep killing the dead horse. It's not going to work. And then say, well, this is going to make a change. You can't beat a horse and change is dead. It can't come out. It cannot. It can't. I'm going to use can't, and as I usually I don't like that word. I dislike it. I hate that word. But you can't bring a dead horse back to life. I'm not talking about some crazy experiment if that's possible and some crazy work. I mean a straight dead horse that died naturally. You cannot bring a dead horse back to life. So why are we killing? Why do we overkill the dead horse? What is so hard about braveness, courageous? I was like my mother, she's very strong. She don't have a college degree, but she's gonna retire. She's doing well for herself. She raised for her children. What's so wrong with that? And it's like, and she's 62. My mother's okay with her life. She's not worried about, well, what man I'm gonna have. Like, because I see a lot of women that single women have a whole bunch of men, but they're not. Well, you don't have to be married. A lot of things that we say, you don't have to be married. You don't have to want a man. But I know as a man, I'm not married, and I don't need a woman. There's no woman because I'm single running in and out of my house every day. I'm not up there. I call it womanizing. I don't care how you want to sugarcoat it. I'm not a player. I don't crush a lot. I never was a player. I didn't take on what my uncles were or how my father was, a Rolling Stones. So I didn't take that on. So I'm like the first generation to take that on. I got to aim as well. I say first generation. I'm the first generation. Like I'm 35 without a child. That I should have been like them. I hung around them. I was around them. Whether it was one or the other at so long, may not sing all my uncles all of my life, but I was around them. I should be the drug addict. I should be in the ditch. I probably should be dead. It's different. Way how my uncles and grandfathers passed away. I should have been something of that nature. I should have be strung out. I should be hurt. My family have a history of all these diseases and viruses and all that. I don't have one of them. I'm doing great. I'm not gonna say, well, knock on wood either, because no, because I live my life a certain way. So I just want to encourage the women. I made this live to encourage you that take advantage of your advantages. And what I mean by that, take back your power. First, we're gonna start with you. I know a man shouldn't tell a woman what to do, but I hear on a constant basis women say there's no leaders. As I mean in leaders, there's no black men leaders. I was like, I will Google, I type in leader, literally black men leaders. They'll bring up lawyers, they bring up doctor. I never knew there were so many black men doctors. I was like, wow. You go to Atlanta, you go to these poor places or these semi-rich booming places or booming cities. You'll find a lot of what you won't see in your in a lot of slack that is. I'm starting to talk to a lot of people. I'm kind of like doing a survey, and I tell them like I'm kind of like doing a survey, and I'm a good person. And if I met you outside, I would talk to you. I can I can give you proof. I got 182 phone numbers in my phone, and remember, I'm deleting numbers every once in a while as well. So as in, I met more men. That's how I was saying the other day in the other live. I haven't met like I can't say all women is this. I haven't met all the black women on earth. I know it's at least a million. I hadn't even I'm not even at I haven't even met 400 yet. I barely met maybe 300. I'm not even so I barely scratched the surface because if it's a million, I should be at 400,000. So I'm gonna say that take advantages of your advantages because we're in the times where it's gonna be a battle. We're gonna wanna do great things. Not like I'm not a businessman, but that don't mean that I have to own my own business. See, it's so many other things I can do behind the scenes. So like women, you can get a investment portfolio. Google it. It's if you can sit on Facebook, if you can sit on these social medias and let them trick your brain, let's trick your brain now again. And it's not fun. This information is not fun, but it's intriguing that I am intrigued that I am fascinated. I didn't know it was so many black African descent indigo men and women doctors, especially men. I know there's a lot of women. When I seen the women, I was still surprised in the sense that it was so many men and women. When I seen the women, I wasn't surprised about the women because they admitted to this, and this is to be truth. More women have the higher education degrees, and what I found, I don't fight with that. I use like my sister said, she would never be with a guy. She go to church. It was the time she was going to church. This came to me, and I still use this till this day when I hear women speak. Say, I wouldn't never date a guy without a car and no whatever, whatever. I said, cool. And I told my sister, like, you go to church with the same guy? She's like, yes. I was like, okay. How many years you want to be married? She said about 4 or 5 years. I say, cool. If you was to be married, 4 to 5 years. My sister 36 now. She'll be 37. I'm about to be 36 in 13 days now. And well, 36 in 13 days. She'll be 37 in April. And so I said, peep this game. You meet this guy. Let's say he got a degree or whatever, and his life hasn't turned out. You don't know what happened in his life. Close to her age at the time, it was like this was like, man, it's like 4 or 5 years ago. I got this, and I was like, what you want to do? Like, I want to work on myself, get a raise, get promoted, get my degree. I said, cool. I said, what if you? So she has her bachelor's. I said, it might take you 2 to 3 years to get your master's or doctor's degree because that's what she wanted to do. And she's working on that now. She didn't start with that right away. I was just giving an example. She said, okay. I'll say, okay, and this guy within them 2 to 3 years, and we'll say 3 years, you're dating him. You're getting to know him. And he's working on himself. So he finally gets enough money, he get a better job or career, or his business slowly but surely start moving ahead. She said, okay. And now you're at the 3 year mark. Now he finally buys his first house. Now remember, that's another year. So now 4 years went by. Now she's finished her degree. Now they're able to spend, like, they still spending time. They're dating. He's courting her by now, or however the steps they're doing their own work. I don't know how you should be. I don't tell people what to do because everybody is different. The way I interact with one woman is not going to interact with the same woman based on relationship. But if I'm going to give out advice or help try to guide or challenge or counsel, then I would pretty much still based on her. But the information don't change. How she's going to receive it may change. This woman may need a deeper rundown. If she owned a business, how do I franchise my business? How do I get more patents or like a license, trademark, or copyright? How do I keep my business safe? What insurance? Like, so I will give her more of that rundown after I do the research, or give her a little information of things that I have done already. So as do this with my sister, I was like, now 4 years went by. I was like, wow, 4 years, that was fast. Got your master's or bachelor or the doctorates. He finally got his home. Now he got his home first. Now by the next year he got his new car. But he don't owe a lot of money either because he was never he had great credit, everything. Because he's not a bad guy. Because I'm telling him, like, you're not a bad guy, but you don't want to date him because he don't have certain things. Now 6 years go by. Guess what happens? She she have everything that she desired in a man. That man's right before her. And that's what I try to explain to women. I was like, y'all are looking at, I feel like women, you are looking at the wrong things. I feel like your mind is focused on the wrong things. And I still feel, as I keep hearing and I read about it, love was introduced into relationships until more of the 20th century. So that means for thousands of years, romance was never a part of the relationship. Now, for me, that's when I think about, like, that's when I finally drew the line. I was like, okay, I'm happy I'm born in the era. I'm happy I'm using my feelings and emotions to be around a woman I'm going to eventually marry. Because when I marry her, I can say I married her because I made the right choices. We have assets. We got financial gain. All this monetary things that I can't take none of that with me when I die. That's why I love the era I'm in now in a sense. And it was like, why? But like the first thing I'm gonna say with all that information, I can say I married her because I loved her. I married her because she seen something in me. Because it's like you get married and a person only see profit. So you gotta remember you only married for a profit. Going pro is going forward. And if the profit don't add up based on what she and you can't get mad when she want a divorce. 80%. Marriage has went up from 70 from four no, this was no. Because a lot of studies is old research, but this crazy the newer researchers, this is crazy. When I looked at it, it was at a 70%. But it had fluctuated from 70, it's like 71% to almost to 67%. So between 67 and 71%, marriage was getting the divorce rate. But now marriage divorce rate is at 80%. It's funny how we talk about having money. I did a study as well. So when I do studies, I just break down numbers. People like, where you get your numbers from? I was like, well, I give you the information as like, well, I give them the information. I use the Pew data research. I use the FBI, the Census Bureau, whatever's on the internet and whatever's at the library in the books or the statistic rates reports. It's in the library. And then people say, where do you get the rest of your numbers? I was like, well, my math maybe is kind of a guesstimate, but it's the truth because what I have to do is if the report only gives me an outline of the city of like how many people have been married within this certain amount of time frame. Well, a lot of the reports now, and this is what I found out, don't have by race. And then they do have by race. I learned this and I had to do some extraction and extraction. I was jobless according to the Department of Labor. Listen to this. I was jobless according to the Department of Labor, even when I had a job. And I figured out I have received unemployment benefits, even though I wasn't receiving them anymore. And I told them I wasn't working. Not working, I mean, I was working. They still had me down as unemployed because of some code they used. So I learned in the unemployment rate can be wrong. Or now, when I'm not on the list, or they know I'm not receiving benefits and they're not adding me on to the unemployment um, um, rate of one person that's unemployed. If I do a job and I get paid hand to hand, and the person don't do their information of me being employed correct, I'm not employed. One job I was doing was security. The person didn't calculate all of their numbers. Taxis are the number one people that does this. They won't hand in all their paperwork. So a lot of taxi companies will not survive. I was trying to tell that to the one guy. I don't know if he still do it. I don't have all these things, but I know a lot of information about business. Like, let me be your paper trail man, just in case. He told me no. I was like, oh. And he called it, AKA, called himself a Christian man. I was like, well, okay. This man made great money. I would see his bank accounts. He would have like 20,000. I was like, where you get 20,000? I was being nosy. I was asking. I was investigating because this is the guy I want to be. If I was going to be associate to, I want to know what he do in his life. I'm like, what do you do besides drive taxis? And he wouldn't tell me. And I was like, well, probably won't be. I won't hang out with you long. I don't know what you do. I don't care. I seen people call themselves many things and do the opposite. So I don't care about that. So my sister had learned, well, in 6 years, which it was going to take you to be married anyway, now you finally get married, he's at where the spot in their life you will want the desire of the man. But then that's when I tell women that's when you kill yourselves. That's when you kill your existence to have a mutual relationship, a loving relationship, romantic relationship. You kill all of the parts of relationship you desire because you only focus on your disadvantages or the advantage or what you cannot see. Isn't that an element and substance? You can't see love, but you have love. And so I want to say, women, take advantages. There are many programs I found too during my research and studies that it help single mothers. So if you're a single mother, all you gotta do is Google this. Google grants for single mothers. I'm gonna put some. I know I don't do it in a timely manner sometimes, but I'm gonna put some links up there for you to look at, or some articles, some news articles that's from last year, this year's about, and it worked till this day. I just read an article on single mothers just getting a house, her and her son. I just read another one. A single mother just got a great loan to finance her business, and her business, that's all she needed for her business. So I wish we had stopped fighting one another and or stop allowing social media or the media outlets to control our minds. They are ran by the same company and the same people, the same conqueror people. Even this YouTube, they're ran by the same people. Like what I do when I learn, I Google. I'm a weird, now when I research, my research is weird. It's not like everybody else's. I Google Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody. Was I want to dance with somebody? Yes. And I'm learning a lot of hit songs were not written by black people. Bet you didn't know that. Even when now I look at movies. I see what the movie I look at. I want to see who in the movie. I want to see the trailer. I want to see the outline of the movie. Cause I'm learning that's propaganda. And nothing wrong with I want to dance with everybody song. But then I'm looking up the song. I was like, why are so many gay people loving this song? The songs is written by transgender men and women. I was like, not that song. I was like, wow. I was like, so Kendrick Lamar first song was called Drinks, Drink and stuff there. It started off. Now I have done what you call those meditation videos and all that. And the video started off like a meditation video. It was like smoke, drink, pour, cut, sit, party, drink. I was like something of that nature, all those words. I was sitting there like, hold on. Not as I haven't watched the video in a while, but it's just a good remembrance in my head. And there's falling glasses and like ice, I want to say, or diamonds. That is propaganda. That's subliminal hidden messages. And in my heart of hearts, I was enjoying the song until I realized the spirit caught on to me. Like that's a suicide song. Hmm. But that's the things we say and do to one another. We're literally committing suicide to one another. Our race is we're coming to becoming a suicidal race. I'm not cursing no one, but I want you to really listen to what you listen to. I want you to really pay attention to what you're watching. I'm able to sit there and I'm trying not to put that spirit on people when I do my lives. Like if I knew you as a friend, if I call you a friend, I don't go around, even an associate. I don't go to your house. If I feel a negative aura on me, I don't go to your house. I'll rather for you to say I'm not a, because in times of need I'm there, whether how I feel or not. Because in the times of need, a person pretty much only can focus on their need. So it's easy to go around a woman that need help. She's not focusing on my bad. She's not going to focus on how she don't care how I look or nothing. She need my help, so I go around her. Now, when she's happy, like come to my party or come to this party, I'm like, nah, I'm good. She's like, wow, you don't like me, and that could be a turn. I'd rather that be a turn off than me to give my negative energy to her. That's why I don't have children. I'll rather the negative energy that I have given off. I'm not going to blame how some women I have met. I would never have a child with. I would never have a child with this type of woman. Because if she's calling me just to argue with me, it become arguments. Because I'm trying to tell her I don't want to talk about this. She's saying, she basically arguing me, telling me I am. It's like, oh, okay. And that's what I never wanted to do. I never want to argue with a woman I have a child with. And if the women I meet that tell me you don't have to argue, she's like, I wish I like, and I would say things on her and her husband. I meet married women, I don't mess with them. It's like a refreshing when I meet married women, and I can be like, in my mind, I can be like, I can see why she's married. I don't. I would have married her too if I had the opportunity and chance. Because we're acting like people we meet are so exclusive to us, but that person, this is not to be funny, had sex with 20 other people before. So if we look in reality, there's no exclusive person to one person. It's how we women. I want to. It's how we do our lives. It has nothing to do with the man you made a child with. It has nothing to do with the way your parents raised you. It has nothing to do with the events. It can kind of like hinder or stop you, and if you allow it to. See, my encouragement is different. I was encouraging a woman. She was living with me. Of course, she was a African descent, indigo, black, quote unquote, black woman. I said, yes, you can. And she got angered at me because she was saying she can't start her own business. And we was talking about the business and the things she'd been through. I was like, you got the power to do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. She looked at me. Then she said something else. And she was like, stop. Stop telling me what I can and can't do. I was like, no. I was like, I'm telling you, you're sitting here saying you can't do it. You keep telling yourself you can't do it. You keep telling yourself you can't do it. But I'm trying to tell you that you can. I'm trying to tell you that you can. You see, that's why I don't say a lot of things. See, that's why people say that's a spell, that's a curse. You're putting more chains. I'm literally loosening her chains, wanting her to break them, but she keep tightening on them. That's what we did. We tightened our chains to break free. Have we truly broken free? Yes, some have. Some. I cannot put my position in the same position of a man. If my position of going to jail and prison, I wanted to be under my own merits. I don't. What my brothers did in the past, I really honor them. But I would never argue with a man and tell him not me, why I'm not in jail, what I'm doing. They was doing right, and you supposed to be doing so right. What you? Well, I'm thankful for those men that went to jail and prison, but they showed me how not to go to jail and prison as well, right? And I learned you can fight the law with the law. So women, I truly, I know it's a cliche, it sounds corny. I encourage you to go do a little research. Stop letting what bind you don't let the what bind you in life become your bondage. Don't become a slave to media. Don't be a slave of what that man said to you or done to you or certain things in your life happening. Don't let the molestation, the rape, you having a child at an early age. I don't mean just getting your degree. I mean breaking free from what you could not control. What happened to you, you had no master over. If somebody got killed in your family, that wasn't your fault. See, you're holding on to so many burdens bring down on you that you have no control over. I cannot control if someone driving a truck and run me over. And now I cannot walk. I could not control that. But within my powers and abilities that I can do, I still have a lot to offer. I cannot control if women don't like me or admire or see me the same way as this other guys or other. I still have to control me. You got to look at it that way. Do you want to fight? Some fights are not worth the fight. Some fights you don't even have to fight. It won't even be a fight if you don't even. If a person swing at me and miss, and they swing one time, I don't have to throw a punch. You miss and I dodged the punch, and I've dodged on purpose. That meant I had to have some awareness or some knowledge on how to dodge the punt or some experience. So why would I use my experience for the best purpose of my life or of who I am? So it's what I say on to one, I say on to all. It's your path, it's your choice, it's your journey. Choose wisely. There's programs for women out there. There's a lot of help and assistance. I don't mean just how it can you can buy a home for being a single mother or a single woman. It's more catered towards a single mother. And then there's information that's allotted to single women. Take advantage of it. Take advantage. I looked it up. There's not a lot for men. I find that to be kind of different, but okay. But it would make sense because we are in the market. Even if I am the last one hired, I still know I can take my little bit of money and still do certain things with it. They got a lot of money to do it with. I got a little bit. I'm not mad because there's nothing telling me within my focus, have a focus, a purpose, a mission and position. Well, in my purpose, I still can take my little bitty money and my mission and my position until I get a make more of a dividend income. That don't that don't stop me from investing because I make under 30,000 a year. That may stop a woman from wanting to invest her life if she make over 50,000 a year. She's like, "What my purpose of being him? We don't bring. I haven't. So that won't stop me. So I look at that too, women. Don't let things stop you because it's there or that it's reasonable. It makes sense. Don't become your own enemy. So I say when the people come against you, you already gained so much. It's nothing that their words can do. Even if they swing and they miss, they miss. I don't want to swing at you. I don't put myself in a situation like somebody arguing with you and they just arguing words is words to me after a while. Cause I was like, well, you said all of this, but you don't have no action. And you look into their life, it's like you want to start a business. You haven't even started a business. Why would I use my energy on a person? And it's not to diss them that haven't even took life and the matters in their own hands yet. How can I say this don't work if I haven't tried it? And I have to stop. You got to stop listening to people. Stop allowing this media and these people around you that's very toxic and negative. Toxic is when you can't even drink it. So if that person's a toxic, I don't even want to be around them. I don't give up on them. I don't throw them away. But I tell them, you're so toxic. You're acid. I can't even touch you. I'm sticking my hand in acid when I'm not even reaching for a key. Think about that. Shalom.